What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Stellaris and a brand new project on my channel. Today I will start my one system challenge attempt. It's pretty straightforward for those of you who don't know. We will only ever have one system under our direct control, and that is obviously going to be our starting system. Now this means we only have one starbase and quite likely also only one planet. However, this could technically change depending on the setup of our starting system, because I know at least when you play as with the solar system as your starting system, you have Mars as a possible terraforming candidate. I don't know if this is possible to have such a terraforming candidate in your starting system in random systems as well. If it is, and if we do end up having such a planet in our starting system, and as we progress in the game, we get terraforming technology, we will definitely attempt to terraform that and get a second planet in our system up, because this is just simply going to be such a great bonus. We'll have to take it up. But other than that, we're only going to have one single system, and as I said, most likely only one planet. Now, I already mentioned that terraforming will be allowed if that is possible, and one thing I will also allow is the building of habitats, because as I said, we only have one system and we're going to have to pull everything out of this system, so it's going to be difficult enough. Other than that, our general strategy is going to be relying on, obviously, diplomacy. We're going to have to trade a lot. We're going to have to either form a federation or join a federation, and we're going to have to rely on the mercenaries, the marauders. So we're going to have a lot of energy, which is hopefully going to be produced en masse, I guess, in our habitats. And other than that, we obviously need a lot of tributaries and vassals that we somehow need to defeat in a war and then subdue, because they can actually give us a lot of resources as well. That's a general strategy, and now I'm going to show you the nation that I've created. So here you can see the Corora Union, which is going to be the Space Penguin faction that I'll be playing as. It's obviously an Arctic world. Doesn't actually matter for us too much, because obviously we're not going to colonize, and secondly, I have chosen the life-seeded civic. So this society has evolved in a paradise possibly designed just for them. So our home world is a Gaia world with a size 25, the biggest size possible, and our habitability preference is set to Gaia world, making other types of planets undesirable, which is fine because, as I said, we're not going to be colonizing anyways. So this is giving us the best possible start for our one single system and planet. Then I have decided we're going to go with mining guilds as well, giving us extra mineral production, because I don't think that energy credit is going to be a problem, because habitats are relatively decent at producing energies, at the later stages in the game, but minerals is really hard to come by, even through trade. Obviously there's various options, but I definitely want more minerals, and so that also shows in our traits. We are intelligent, giving us just more research overall. We're also industrious, obviously more minerals, and we're strong, once again more minerals and more army damage for our forces. 20%, it's not a huge bonus, but it could help in either defending our planet, which I hope it never comes to that, because that means our single starbase has already been taken, or obviously more importantly when we attack other planets, which I definitely think we will be doing at some point. Yeah, as for our government in total, we are a representative democracy. I've never actually played as democracy in Stellaris, so this is going to be interesting for me. And I've picked the fanatic xenophile, I don't even know what that's called, trait or whatever. So we have increased opinion for other species, which is really good because we don't want people to declare war on us. I mean, there's still the possibility of some devouring swarms and other people they're just mindless. They might just attack us, but most other factions should at least, come to our aid in our times of need. And then I've also picked egalitarian because this allows utopian living standards, which should increase happiness and thus resource output. I might be wrong on this, but either way, it also reduces consumer goods, and faction influence gain is not too bad either. Mostly, we should have happy factions. We'll have to see. But yeah, also here, not only do we have increased opinion, but also the border friction is reduced dramatically, so this will help us as well. Yeah, I think I've shown everything. Oh, I didn't show our negative traits here. We are also non-adaptive, which doesn't matter because we're going to start in the Gaia world, and we're also sedentary, so yeah, we are not going to resettle and we're not going to migrate, so all of this is pretty much, yeah, negligible. Now, as for the options, we're going to be playing on a large elliptical galaxy, 20 AI empires, 3 advanced stars, 3 fallen empires, 2 marauder empires. They're very, very important. I might even want to bump that up to 3. Actually, I'm going to do that because we need those. We need those guys because they're the ones that will, provide us with mercenary fleets in war. Because our own fleet is mostly going to be relatively low. Tech tradition cost 1 is fine, habitable worlds is fine, doesn't really matter. Crisis strength at 1.25, I think that's okay. Difficulty is Commodore, which I believe is normal. It's unfortunate because it doesn't actually show. It's certainly not the highest, and it's also not the lowest. So it could be normal, or it could even slightly be more difficult. Not too certain, but doesn't actually matter all that much. The rest is fine as it is, and we're gonna go and start. So welcome guys to Utopia, which is our one and only world, undamaged, and I hope it stays this way. It's a Gaia world, as you obviously know. It looks pretty nice. Unfortunately, there's still some slums that we need to get rid of, which we will do in time. We have, unfortunately, a lot of food right next to our planetary administration, which is unfortunate because, obviously, these bonuses, the adjacency bonuses, we could use much more for, power and mineral mining. So, I don't know, we might, at some point, if we have our colony fully built, I might replace this even. We'll have to see. For now, I think it's fine. We started with a decent population, actually, gotta say, so that's cool. And we'll obviously build up here as quickly as we can. I do want to show you our general starting system. I already looked at the planets here, and maybe I was wrong when I said barren world could be terraformed. I actually don't know. Maybe it's possible, because if it is possible, there's a lot of barren worlds here that could be possibly terraformed. We could potentially end up with several planets, but maybe I'm completely wrong here. You don't need to tell me in the comments, because by the time I read your comments, I will be going further. So I will probably know the answer already. Let's get the mining up quickly. We apparently have some reduced cost. That is due to our president, Patagonicus Forsteri. If anybody knows where I got these names from, please let me know. Also, yes, he's a space miner, so that is certainly useful. He does not give us any... Oh, he just reduces the costs. And extra food. Not the best. Yeah, we don't have any modifiers, and then there's election. Okay, we'll have a look at that later on. But for now, let's start by building up our system. And of course, we're going to be sending out our science ship, and oh my god, we lucked out. This is the galaxy, and we are right at the edge, so there's 2 possible systems where people could attack us from. Likely this will never be colonized, because I don't think we're gonna give access to anyone except maybe our friends, potentially. So yeah, we can only be attacked here, and I don't think there's any enemy empire here. That would be actually kind of annoying. So our construction ship has just built the last possible thing in our only system, so it's time to disband it, because we're paying 1 energy credit for it, and we can't actually use it. We'll definitely rebuild a construction ship at some point once we get to the megastructures, but that won't be for a long time. So for now, let's at least save that 1 energy credit. Obviously, I'm also building up our resources here on the planet. That's nice. We have 1 science ship doing their thing, and yeah, survey complete. We have a power plant. I think I want to get the minerals first. We're fine on power for now. Scientist has leveled up, which is perfect, and I've already sent them out to explore a few systems. So it is time for the Commodore Union to choose the first tradition, and we're gonna go with discovery, because yeah, technology is gonna be what we need to focus on in order to survive, in order to have any strength whatsoever. Also, one thing I want to definitely check out is go for better living standards for our people. Now, I'm not sure. I might have to change this back. It gives us plus 20 happiness, and since we're on a Gaia world, we already get 5 extra. I'm not sure if this will also create...
System survey complete.
If this will also create more resource production, but I think it does. If not, then this is a huge mistake. We'll have to see. Let's go for it for now, however. And please tell me that this is improving output. It is. Happiness 7.5%, and I think that is well worth the extra consumer goods that we have to pay. So technically, it was 8 before, and now it's 12, but because of our egalitarian, this is actually reduced by 10%. And alright guys, so we found our first aliens, currently researching who that might be. Friend or foe? I hope it is going to be friend. Okay, we wish for nothing but to be friends. That is exactly the case. This is a momentous occasion. Let's quickly check out how they... Okay, they only have a good opinion of us. It could have been worse, I guess. There are neighbors to the south. We'll see who is going to be over here. I'm thinking about building a second science ship. It's probably a good idea, just so that we can map the stars quickly. Yeah, we also have, obviously, our second tradition, and I went for boldly go, so our science ships are actually much faster now. New election is gonna happen. Oh, very nice. So let's quickly check that out. I will read this later, actually. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do anything. I'm not actually going to meddle in the affairs here, but unfortunately, there's nothing we can do here with these contracts. Off-world miner, they want us to, yeah, build more orbital mining stations. Everybody wants that. Not going to happen, so we're not going to get any rewards for this. We've elected Feathers of Burgundy. Yeah, that's nice. And what does he do? He is a space miner industrialist. Extra production. Oh, that's not too bad. Extra mineral production. And we can go for another thing here. Assist research is not necessary right now, so we'll go for this. More neighbors we have discovered. One of them seems to be relatively advanced, unfortunately. The Tarathian Confederation. We wish nothing but to be friends, of course. I don't know. I seem to be getting double messages for a lot of these things. Rogue servitors, okay, that is a hive mind, but a robot hive mind, I guess. I think that is a good one. Wow, they're unfriendly for some reason.
Survey complete.
That is not good, and those are their servants, so they are not at all important. This is incredible. The rogue servitors offer us a non-aggression pact, and I didn't even activate our diplomatic grants yet, but I will do that very soon, so we'll agree for now, and we'll activate this, giving us more trust growth. Actually, let me quickly show you. Yeah, okay, so plus 0.5 due to the non-aggression pact. They're already receptive towards us. And that means a defensive pact is likely if we get our trust up. So let's, yeah, you did close the borders, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. They're probably going to reopen them very soon. And let's, yeah, spend some of our influence. We're not going to need it for, yeah, bases. So we might as well pump out these edicts. I want the mapping the stars, just to make that faster and better, and diplomatic grants. And now this should be growing faster. Perfect. So this is a tremendous event. A comet sighted. I was actually scared there for a second, but it's actually given us unity, so that's pretty nice. Unfortunately, we encountered something powerful here, and that killed our scientist. He was level 4 already, so that's kind of unfortunate. New tradition available. Very good. Leader experience gain. Thank you. So where we first lost our ship, that was a Marauder Empire. So they killed us over here, and then somehow we survived the second encounter with this spaceship. I don't know why, but we just were able to flee. So I'm glad, obviously. Okay, we can get droning optimizations. Mineral rich... No, I guess we'll go for this. Empire mineral production sounds amazing. Thank you. And research, whatever that is. And, oops, a new technology needs to be picked as well. You know what I think I will do just for ease? I will go for survey speed and automatic exploration. So I've decided to send our fleet against these ancient mining drones because we don't really have much else to do, and this way we can get some experience. I hope we're going to be successful here, but most likely this is going to be a loss. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could slow down a little bit so we actually see what's going on. We're not doing too bad here. And new election is happening as well. It's going to be interesting. Let's see if there's anyone who has better chances. Oh, yes. Patagonia's Forsteri has a huge chance of being re-elected after... he was the first president, and we were defeated, in fact. So unfortunately, our fight wasn't as successful, but at least we have managed to get a research agreement with these servitors here, and they actually gave us a few minerals because we're already ahead, which is kind of cool. But I think we're going to share with them because they will likely be our friends. They will be our protectors. At least that's how I see it. And maybe that's how they see it too. Militant isolationist. Oh, this is actually a fallen empire. Ah, never mind. Okay, of course they dislike us. That is... fine. Xenophobe. Ooh, they could awaken and cause some trouble. Hopefully that won't happen. And yeah, we have another tradition we can go for. Unity whenever new technology is researched. Yeah, sure. Definitely do that. Alright guys, we can finally take our last discovery perk here. Databank uplinks, allowing us our science ships to assist research. We will do that. We will also get 10% increase in research speed, and we can go for an ascension perk. Now, there's a few important ones, but I think the only one that's really what we need right now is the technological ascendancy. So basically, we get plus 20% research right now. So let's have a quick look here. We're at 48 with some of them when we have the matching skills, which is amazing. We're also upgrading our naval capacity, and we will be able to build destroyers very soon, and then I'm going to build up an army to destroy some of these mining drones. But that will happen next time. Thank you so much for watching my first video with the One System Challenge.